Coach Rob Carter Show brought to you by Stop and Shop Auto Sales on West 1st Street in Sylacauga. And Coach, big win for you last week against Talladega at Mary Dumas on the road. Talk about that W.
Yeah, I mean, we went into going to Talladega and, they're down in the numbers and probably a little bit of talent-wise. And, what scares you the most is going into a place like that is your kids overlooking them, not taking them seriously. So, we drilled into their head all week, let's execute to our ability. And I think they did that, and we did a great job coming out early and getting ahead and able to play a lot of kids.
Another fantastic running game with Pope, and what more can you say about this guy?
Yeah, I mean, now it's to the point it doesn't surprise you. It almost, it's expectations. But that's the offensive line giving you opportunities to roam free back there, find him a crease, and when he hits that crease, it's with some speed, and just making those dynamic plays and being able to, maybe extend where there's not a whole lot there. And then, like I said, I don't know, he's just got a talent. I can't even describe him.
What kind of challenges does this present to a defense that's trying to just kind of contain this guy a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, they get as many people they can, what we call in the box, from tackle to tackle, and try to, corral him. And I know they're saying, hey, hit him low, wrap up, get a lot of people there. And he continues to just make people miss, break tackles. And our offensive line has done, and receivers have done a great job blocking and giving him the opportunity when he gets downfield, to just, move around and does what he does and goes in the end zone.
You get to play, or got to play a lot of kids against Talladega, and that can't be anything but good for you.
Right. I think we had 4 quarterbacks take snaps. I think everybody on the field, on the sideline, got an opportunity to take a snap as a varsity football player, and that's always great just for the, for far as, the enthusiasm of those guys that work every day, a scout team, and you get to see some guys that are going to help us in the future. Edwards,
how far has this guy come at quarterback?
Yeah, he's been great. I mean, as far as for me, I think learning the plan and the scheme of things, and it's been frustrating. He is a very good talent. Somebody needs to, just like Malik, they're missing out in the colleges with him. He's got the height, he's got the arm strength, learning how to read the defenses, understanding what they're giving up to tackle Malik, to get people in the box. He did an excellent job last week. I think we had 1 drop pass while he was at quarterback. But he was accurate, and he's really doing a good job.
You mentioned several times this morning about your offensive line. Pope's not going to be who he's going to be. Edwards not going to be who he's going to be and who you want them to be if that offensive line's not doing their job.
That's right. Coach Steers does an excellent job. Y'all met him, a couple weeks ago of really getting on those kids and staying with them and correcting their mistakes and making sure they're ready to play on Friday nights. We really tell them, hey, let's hold a block for 2 seconds. That's about what it takes to give him an opportunity to escape into, past that line of scrimmage. And they do an excellent job. And it really is, I've had a back before that's pretty good. Those linemen, it just makes them work that much, more enthusiasm, because that's a tough job. There's no glory really to it, but because Malik or whoever's running the football is toting all the glory for him, and he makes sure he congratulates them and appreciation for what they do for him.
Yeah, he knows which side of the bread is the butter's on.
That's right. That's right.
Defensively for Sylacauga, talk about the defense and how far they've come this year.
Yeah, I think, coming in, I thought we were kind of small, but I knew what was our advantage was our speed and quickness, and we had some strength in those guys. And, defensive front has really has done a great job of occupying blocks, giving our time for opportunity for our linebackers to be there, maybe some people in the secondary. All in all, they've done an excellent job and probably improved more than the offense, honestly. And really proud of them. The communication is probably number one. Coach Jacks has done a great job of making sure they know where they're supposed to be. You can watch from game 1 from Leeds, where we had guys out of place, to where there was very little communication, and that has improved so much. So now they can lay their ears back and go attack the
Coach,
offense.
you mentioned Coach Jack. He's a player's coach. Kids love to play for him.
Absolutely, and I don't think I have a coach. It's not.
Right.
Coach Crawford, unbelievable guy. He's tough
Well,
on
he's
those
been there
defensive
100
linemen.
years.
Well, maybe, and I hope he's there 100 more. But does an excellent job. You got Coach Strickland, and he might be more the player's coach. He's a little easier going. But, he can. When he raises his voice, he means it.
Why
But,
are you so high on your coaching staff? I mean, you talk about them a lot. You've had them representing Sylacauga High School on this show numerous weeks. I guess you got to have a good supportive staff.
Oh, absolutely. I don't do everything out there. I get all the accolades or the head coach, as the quarterback, and Malik Popes. Those guys right there, it'll run without me. I promise you that. Those guys are good. They're experienced. You want that in a staff. They understand, and they're hungry to win and do something they haven't done in a while. I promise you that. And they have been great to me. They're like my family, my brothers. I'm proud of them. I'm going to, let and get them out there in the public and say, hey, these guys are with your children of Sylacauga, and they're doing a good job and helping me develop a character and a great football team.
Coach Rob Carter Show brought to you by Stop and Shop Auto Sales. Holtville tomorrow night. A game that a lot of people in Sylacauga have a bad taste in their mouth because they felt like they should have won that game last year. Very important game for Sylacauga tomorrow night at Legion Stadium.
Yeah, you talk about the bad taste. I think it's about 50 of those football players because they were expecting last year to finish, runner-up in the area and be able to host a home playoff game, and it kind of spoiled it. Hopeful did. And, they're a good football team. I didn't think that, coming into this game that it was going to be a cakewalk or, I know we always got to execute, but they've got a really good defense. They've returned about 7 or 8 starters from last year's team that held this, team out of the end zone. And, we've got definitely a tough task, but we've worked really hard. Wednesday was the best practice we had all year.
Wow.
And really see the guys focus and understanding what this game means as far as playoff implications, home field advantage, that sort of thing, and I'm excited to play this team.
2 losses for Sylacauga. The opening game against Leeds and several games later against Central Clay County. Both those teams ranked in the top 5 or 6 in Class 5A. And with those 2 losses, Sylacauga, people look at that and they say, well, those are games you could have won. Yeah, sure, but that's some high cotton that, the 2 losses that you've had on the year. But the game tomorrow night against Hopewell is the most important game of the year.
Absolutely. That's what I've told the kids. This is the most important game of our season as of, and it should be. I mean, it's the next game, but with the implications, it holds the most important. And, those games were development games. I'm not going to go back and see the mistakes we made or just hound on that. I'm really glad they ended up the way they are because we're developing the way we need to. And the kids rebounded well and improved in every facet of the game.
Coach Rob Carter, first-year coach at Sylacauga High School. The Aggies taking on Hopewell tomorrow night. And there's one thing for sure I know about Sylacauga is the fans will be there.
Right. I mean, I've been extremely excited every Friday we have a home game and see them coming in. They start 5:30, start filling the stadium and getting their seats. And, I know our staff at the school, all the teachers, and just the cheerleaders, the bands. We'll have a great pep rally tomorrow, senior night. Come out, support these kids that have given these, however many years of, their athletic ability to show, their pride for Sylacauga and represent us well.
Score this Aggie team 8 games into the season.
Score it. Right now, we're pretty far along. I think offensively, we've developed more and more in our scheme. And the kids have accepted it. I think, we're right at a 9, 8.5, if you're going to scale 1 to 10 or score in that sense. But, I'm really excited about this playoff run that we've got and what we've got in and what we haven't showed offensively and defensively.
Does it surprise you?
Does it? No. The kids have been through a lot. You have 3 different coaches. And, we say that, we see the numbers, but, there is a mental there's some mental thing there kids have to overcome for a young adult, young man to go, we've had 3, is this guy going to leave us, or, those sort of things. Does he love us? Does he, care for us? Those things, and they understand that, and I do. So.
All right, Coach Rob Carter, the head football coach at Sylacauga High School. The Aggies 6-2, home against Hopeville, and then the final game against Ben Russell in 2 weeks, and then the playoffs. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but congratulations on the run so far. Coach, good luck tomorrow night against Hopeville.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
All right, Coach Rob Carter, the head football coach and athletic director. It's not athletic director, head football coach. He got enough on his plate for sure, but he's a head football coach at Sylacauga High School. More daybreak coming up right after this.